The following presentation is a part of the National Heavy Boxing League's 10th season, celebrating 10 years of the premier level of heavy boxing in the Team Fortress 2 community, and a final send-off as the NHBL closes after its 10th season.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another broadcast of the National Heavy Boxing League. I am that KING Baxis alongside the always hyped Cindy Mac. Tonight we are bringing to you quite possibly the most electric, chaotic match that our admin team has ever cooked up. 4 boxers from the North American continent and 4 boxers from the European continent will team up tonight, set aside their differences, and hopefully slap their opponents into the next TF2 update, whenever that may be, in the first ever 4v4 team match. On the North American side, the team is being captained by the Sasha heavyweight champion, the prodigy known as Ice. 4 months into his NHBL career, and he's already the world champion. Go figure. His team will consist of the rookie sensation that has taken the entire NHBL by storm, Egyptian Bagel, the rookie of the year, as well as the Manco champion, Ratago, from NHBL Fight Nights, and of course, who could forget the #1 boxer in the world today for 2 years running, that being Spaten. Now, that is an all-star team, but they will have their work cut out for them tonight as they must battle against the Natasha heavyweight champion Retro and his team, consisting of the never-ending Cinderella story, El Comandante, as well as the fighting Frenchman Metro, and finally, the NHBL Fight Night champion himself, the Macedonian monster known as Lol C. 8 world-class boxers, 1 ring, 2 matches, 1 hell of a fun night, or 2 hell of a fun nights if you tune in to tomorrow. But hey, let's not get to the specifics of the speech. Sins, let me ask you, what are you expecting is going to happen when we toss 8 of the best boxers into the world today into the same ring and just let them go ham for 10 seconds at a time?
It will be chaotic. It will. I don't think we've ever done something this ginormous. I mean, we've done battle royals and NHBL Fight Night, but for something like this big of a match, first of all, and just how big of the superstars that are in this match. I mean, you have some of the best talent in boxing today. I mean, you got what you mentioned, Ice, who's the team captain for North America, and he's just started with boxing a few months ago. It's crazy. I mean, you have Spaten in there. You just have so many great boxers, and then you look on to European side, and you got so many big combustible elements there. You got rivalries from past events. You have big name, some rookies, a lot of veterans, especially on European side. It's just going to be hectic. I just hope the ring can support so much action because it's going to be chaotic. And quite frankly, I can't wait. I'm sure the viewers can't wait either.
Indeed, indeed. Let me ask you about this, though. The whole point of tonight's match, teamwork. That's going to be an important thing. I think the team that has the best teamwork, the best continuity, the ones that are communicating to each other over the new microphone chats that we have set up in Discord, I think they're going to win this match. But the question is, how well can these teams work together here tonight? Like you said, big rivalries heading into this match. On one side, the North American side, Ice and Egyptian Bagel are on the same team tonight, and you and me know the heat that these two had on Fight Night. They don't like each other. Ice and Egyptian Bagel, that is going to be one heated match when they inevitably meet this year in the NHBL Finals. That's my prediction for the NHBL Finals. Sasha Heavyweight Championship, by the way. Egyptian Bagel and Ice. Book it now, Mr. Fedora. But anyways, you've got that on one side, and on the other side, you've got Olosi, the Macedonian monster. He don't like anybody. I'll get more into him in the broadcast, but he ain't a team player. He likes to fight by himself. He don't make friends. He ain't here to make friends. He's here to win. So with that in mind, you're going to see a lot of players who are not used to teamwork having to work together tonight. What do you expect to come from that?
Well, if there's one thing, and I look over the European side, those European boxers, they're so, and nothing against North American boxers, but the European boxers are so unified in just and where they live, whether it be France, whether it be the United Kingdom, wherever. I mean, we have Lol C, who's nicknamed the Macedonian Monster or whatever.
Macedonian Monster.
Yeah, I mean, but they're all coming together for one common goal: to crush the other side of the hemisphere. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's big rivalries, but I think if they get their heads to more of a professional level, they'll come in, work, with good strategy, and hopefully to try to beat the other person. But you mentioned it. The one thing I'm curious about, and this has some concerns, is Ice and Bagel because of just how big
how heated that rivalry has gotten, right?
Yes, it's scary. It's on.
Yeah.
I haven't seen something like that since, well, back. Sorry to bring it up again, but back in SSBO with Patrick and Marksman, it's so heated. These guys just want to prove either one of them better than another, but tonight they have to coexist. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Either way, yeah, you're right. Cooperation is key to this match. If they don't have cooperation, they're not going to win.
Indeed, indeed. And another thing that's going to be crucial to this match, even though we've got 2 nights of this, one on North American servers, one on European servers tomorrow, tonight it's on the North American server. And that's going to be a huge advantage going into the North American fight, the North American side, because as we always talk about in these fights, ping. The ping difference tonight is staggering. Every North American fighter right now, Ratago, Ice, Bagel, they are all right now below 50, below 60 ping, which is very good if you're a European, if you're a North American boxer. You can see everything. However, on the European side of things, there isn't a single one of them that is currently at under 100 ping. They are lagging out heavily on the blue side tonight. That's not to say it's a bad thing, though. Some of them fight better with ping. Lil C, he has won 7 matches over on the North American server for fight nights. He's 7-0 in the fight night system right now at 150 ping. But let me ask you, the other guys, Retro, Commandante, those guys, how do you feel ping is going to hurt them going into this fight or help them in a way?
Well, yeah, ping is.
Do you think it's going to be like a big deal? Let me rephrase my question.
Yeah. You know what? You mentioned how Lil C, he's dealt with ping issues pretty much the entire time he's been here at NHBL. You talk about the others, I'll call Ante and all that, to deal with this ping issues. This isn't something new to these boxers. They dealt with this high ping before. This isn't something that they come in here not knowing. I mean, it's going to be a fair fight because tomorrow the North American fighters go over to the London server and then they fight, and it's going to be flip-flopped when it comes to ping. So I think it's even. I think it's fun. And you know what? Those Europeans, though, they're so used to high ping, I believe, because they fought so many times over here in the North American servers.
Of course.
I mean, I don't want to say anything about tomorrow's match because we're focusing tonight. But tomorrow, North American fighters are going to have a tough time because they're not. I don't think they're used to fighting overseas like the European fighters. So that'll be interesting. Tonight, though, we have skilled veterans on the European server, on the European side, and I think that's very important. They're skilled. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for a long time. And, like ping, I don't think it would be too much of an issue for them.
All right.
If the camera's on the ring, then all fighters out to the ring right now.
Everybody, all the fighters get out the ring. Woo!
Right,
Since I think we deserve a
we do
a raise for going that long.
A raise, yeah. Let's talk Fedora and try to get paid.
Yeah, we're gonna get a raise for that one. That's woo. Okay.
GG.
All right. So.
The fuck coming out?
Okay, so everybody's T-posting their way into the ring. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
Professionalism.
We are going to get fired for this one. I can tell you that much.
We're not going to. Don't worry.
Pre-match warm-ups, round 1, go.
Go, just fight. All right, as they do that, we're going to talk just a little bit more. So here's what we're going to talk about now. Lil C, we've been hyping him up quite a bit since. He's got a very impressive record on NHBL Fight Night. He's 9-2 all time, 7-0 on the North American server. He is 21-3 in rounds for championship fights. That means in every championship fight, he has won 21 rounds and he has lost only 3 rounds. That is super impressive.
That's scary.
Line him up.
However, unlike Egyptian Bagel and Ice, he's never fought on the professional. He's on the professional circuit before. What are you expecting from here tonight in the professional circuit?
Well, I think that a lot goes to what you said about Ratago and all that stuff. I mean, a lot of these people have not faced has not been into the top tier of NHBL, and I think that's be very important for the boxers that haven't really gotten to that stage yet. But yet, again, they're working with a couple of teammates and a couple of opponents who have been on the top league, who has been very successful, like Ice and Ridge and Spot. I mean, it's crazy to think that we have 4 out of 8 of the best boxers inside the one ring at one time. Holy moly, guacamole!
Round 3,
Anyways,
go.
They're
Yeah,
gonna be double round.
holy moly guacamole indeed. I love those
Yes.
little things you toss out. So far, it's been the North American fellas dominating thus far. They don't drop anybody that round. Clean sweep for nothing.
Yeah.
Not looking good right now for the Europeans. Round 1 of the 4v4 contest is underway, and it is mass chaos here. They are Ice Spot ganging up on 3 of them in that corner,
boy.
and they are dominating them.
Man.
North American team puts them down. Sins. That is about as close to a curb stomp as you can get.
Guy, curb stomp, jaw wide open on the corner of the pavement and just broke their jaw in half. Jeez, oh man. You want to say that, the Europeans are having a trouble time with the ping. I don't know if that was the case. That one Red is just dominant here in this match.
Round 2 is now underway, and the North American team moving as a conglomerate, cornering Losi and Metro, taking their health down. Metro getting demolished by the team of Spot and Ice. Now everybody's falling.
Jesus.
Clean sweep again. Spot got close to being eliminated, but they couldn't finish off anybody since.
Yeah, Spot was so close to lose that one for his team, but I don't think it really would have mattered. Another clean sweep, and you can see what Red's doing. They're trying to back Blue into a corner, trying to back Europeans into a corner. They don't like being in corners. They keep dying every time they go in the corners. And now the North Americans up 2-0 in this one.
Round 3 underway here. The North Americans are destroying the Europeans at the moment. They are all over the place here. Little to no strategy here. Metro's got the first elimination for the European team, but it's not going to matter. Okay, now we are even here. Retro trying to take down Ice, and he does, but Spot's going to clean up. It is 3-0. That one much closer, Sins. They're getting closer to working as a unit, but they're 1 round away from losing this match.
Man, all that pre-show talking for a quick match like this, I almost feel kind of cheated in a way. But yeah, Spotton cleaned up what his teammates were doing, and just great strategy by Spotton, kind of letting his teammate kind of die, sacrifice, and for Spotton to come right behind and finish off the job. Great strategy by Spotton. Let's see if they can keep it up and try to go for a clean sweep against the European.
Indeed, Spotton, always the opportunist. It's what we said. They are a team tonight, but they work for the individual. The bell has rung. It is match point for the North Americans. They all head off to the right side of the ring, hoping to corner Metro and Losi again. Metro gets destroyed. It's not looking good. Losi comes back with the punch, but it's not going to matter. The Europeans are destroyed.
No.
Absolutely demolished here on the North American server. Spotton taunting the European side. Absolutely annihilated. That was brutal. Sins,
My God,
with the combination of the ping, with the delay from our live stream issues, this was kind of expected going into the night, especially with the ping difference.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ping did have an issue during the later rounds, I do believe. But if you really take a close look at and you look past the rounds and stuff, Red was so good at cornering Blue Team, whether it be in a corner of the ring post or just, taking one in the front and one in the back. It didn't matter. Red had them scouted pretty well. And hey, I don't think the North Americans should get cocky. They still have tomorrow to go where they have to go to the London server. It could be the exact opposite. So congratulations for North America, but let's see if they can keep it up for tomorrow, because it's going to be a whole different ball game.
I'm joined here with the winning captain. It's a dominant performance. What were the team comms like? How did you guys get ready for this? What was the preparation?
Well, in the locker room, we were pretty much just going over our strategy that we were doing. That's just about it, and we were laughing at the live stream. But
yeah, I mean, sadly, there was a slight delay tonight, but what was it like out there, with the stock fists and everything? Was there anything you guys expected Team Europe to kind of do that, I don't know, wasn't expected from your behalf, or?
To be honest, we were kind of expecting to win. We didn't think it would be that bad, but we just thought with the ping difference and with everything in play.
Now, hear me out. Tomorrow night, you guys will be in their situation with 130 ping fighting in the UK. What will be the preparation for you and your team going in tomorrow night?
We'll probably be on their server so we can all adjust to the ping.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Thank you, Team North America and Ice. We'll see you boys tomorrow night. I'm now joined here with Team Europe Captain Retro. What happened out there tonight, Retro? Obviously, ping must have been a slight problem, but give me the rundown.
Yeah, we did get. We do have the ping. They do have the ping advantage in this situation. Not gonna lie, wasn't very much communication, but to be honest, communication isn't exactly what we need all the time. We just need teamwork more than anything.
And so tomorrow night, will you be using personal comms more, maybe trying to decide how to approach it? As you guys will be, you guys will have the favorite ping. You guys will be on with 20 ping, but you guys have to win 4-0 to bring it to a third match, which will be probably decided in a neutral zone.
Well, I mean, we'll probably be communicating a lot more next match, hopefully. We'll have obviously the ping advantage, so we'll. I don't know. We'll
So
I don't
you know.
Sorry,
Fair
I don't know
enough.
what to say.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough performance tonight. I mean, you guys got overwhelmed with the ping, but you guys will have the advantage tomorrow night with the lower ping.
Team Europe hosting Team North America. The warm-up rounds starting here temporarily. Not temporarily, actually suddenly is when these warm-up rounds are going to begin. So, Ridge, we talk about Team North America and how they had their dominant start, and that's mostly impactful of they have their captain, Ice, the 7th Sasha heavyweight champion, leading them into this match. Huge motivational factor there. You've got Egyptian Bagel, the bagel rule had to be made for NHBL fight nights because he was winning every single one. You've got Ratago, who only lost to his team captain, Ice, in the NHBL finals this last season. And then you, of course, have Spaten with 2 tournament wins. But what's interesting especially is that Spaten has been a huge advocate for the killing gloves of boxing to be removed from the standard of the NHBL and has been wanting fists to be used. He's getting what he wants tonight with stock fists being used for the Collision of Continents.
Stock fists in general have a weird attribute because a stock fist guy versus a KGB guy in a boxing fight, stock fist guy will completely destroy him every time because of hit rate advantage. He hits faster. But in terms of a team play, the KGB had to not be used because crits are a bit of a bitch when it comes to team play. But in terms of what the playstyles are, apparently people favor their fists more than KGB for some reason. I find that pretty weird, how people can do that, but I'm not a boxer myself personally, but these stock fists are definitely showing just what these players' weaknesses are when it comes to what their favorite weapon is for melee.
Yeah, and you look at the other side of the spectrum, Team Europe, they're down 0-4, but they're led by the reigning Natasha heavyweight champion. They're also, and their members comprise of Metro, who hasn't had a tournament win since his entrance to the league in Season 2. They've got the Fight Night star, Lalsi, El Comandante, who lost to Retro in the European finals and the playoffs. It's going to be, for all those European players on that team, it's got to be fantastic.
It's going to be brilliant. Absolute star power on both sides.
Round 1 of this 4v4, both teams anticipatory. Metro and El Comandante trying to get their punches in. They're both knocked down by the USA team. 2 members down, 3 and 4. Team USA takes the lead 1-0 early on here on European soil.
Absolute, just complete cleanup there. Epic teamwork. I can't believe he used the word epic in an ironic sense. Absolutely fantastic, stellar teamwork from the Americans there, teaming up, getting rid of the weaker guys on red first, so they can focus down on the big boys.
Round 2, 1-0 lead for North America. Punches going in. The European team is being ganged up on. Spaten goes down. Metro El Comandante down. It's 3-on-2. Retro trying to get a punch in. It's Lalsi. Can Retro do it? He managed to get Ratago down, but it's Team North America 2-0.
Wow. I mean, America's already won this one, but come on, Europe. Come on, Europe. Towards the end of the match, you did see them trying to weigh up their options, and it didn't look promising for them. Lalsi was at half health. and there were 3 of them up. So pretty dominant start for the Americans thus far.
Round 3. The Natasha heavyweight champion trying to lead his team to at least 1-round victory here in Europe, as Team Europe's sporadic, but it's a gang up, and Metro spotting Lalsi. Retro down. Team USA 3-0 already.
It is said that the American teams, generally when it comes to competitive TF2 6s, when it comes to CSGO or whatever, Americans are more aggressive. And this is just showing them. They just backed them up into the corner, and the Europeans just didn't have an answer for them. They needed to get going. They need to get going. They need to go aggression. Go, angry, go.
Round 4, 3-0 lead for Team USA, as Lalsi and Retro try to gang up on Spot, and it won't matter. Retro, Lalsi down. El Comandante down, and final competitor Metro is down. It's a full 8-0 sweep for Team North America.
Oh dear. Europe. Take all three rounds at the start with their warm-ups, and then the Americans by the 4th just sussed them out. Easy peasy for them there. 8-0 across both American and European servers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Clayface here, the Executive President of Operations, and what a night of fights we have seen the last 2 days. It's been absolutely fantastic. This was our first ever 4v4 team event. I'm so proud of the boxers, the staff, that it was done properly and it was all successful. Just a quick couple words. I'd like to thank Ridge. I'd like to thank Disco DJ, Spogo, Simi, and Bran, everyone who was involved with the staff as well as the gentleman's Fedora. Everyone did really well tonight, and everyone was successful making this event possible. Alrighty, now, Team North America sweeping Team Europe with a smashing of 4-0 both nights, home and away. You guys have both won yourself 1 key each. Congratulations, gentlemen. I'm going to go here to the team captain, Ice. Once again, just tactics were just massively used tonight. Just teamwork. What was the tactics out there? You know, you guys had massive ping differences tonight.
So basically our strategy was that we focused on one guy who we thought was the biggest threat at the moment, and we all teamed up on him, and most of the time it ended up being Lalsi at the start.
Okay, now, so wait, so you say the biggest threat was Lalsi?
Well, they were all threats, but yeah, Lalsi the most.
Brilliant. I'm doing interviews. Isn't that exciting? So we've got Ice here. Now, Ice, you are the team captain of USA. This has not only probably boosted your confidence because you're a good, brilliant solo boxer, but also now you have led America's team to victory. Sorry to sound cheesy, but how does that make you feel?
What am I doing here? I came here not even a year ago. What's going on? Ah!
Brilliant job. Now, I assume this is Ritago. I haven't got any of the nameplates. So, Ritago, you came in as a substitute for Dos Cares, who sadly couldn't be here for both nights. This was a little bit of a new experience for you. Do you reckon you've enlightened yourself on this new sort of thing? And would you probably want to try and get into next year's team?
Oh yes, definitely. I would love to try again next year. Like, I didn't even know this was a thing until they asked me to substitute. I would love to do it next year. And I think this was a really pleasant experience.
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. That's a nice belt. Can I buy that belt off of you very soon, please? Thank you.
Maybe.
Now, Spartan, memes aside, you're pretty darn good out there, boyo. Now, as probably the boxer with the most experience in here, do you reckon that this would probably add to experience in terms of ping to the UK servers? Do you reckon that this has taught you a lot more about ping and whether or not you can actually hit stuff, because this game is stupid sometimes?
Yes, hold on. I had to lower my heavenly voice so I could speak to you mortals, because as you can see, I am an ascended. Okay, so stop. Everyone cease. Well, let me get serious. Yeah, actually, it was pretty fun. I was confused as to why I wasn't on the team in the first place, but Considering that like I always like show up for like every event and make sure like I bring my best because I actually really care about this league. Like this is like my favorite little small community here, and like it's just really fun. I'm coming in every time, and you see, I didn't really stick with my boys' strategy here. I mean, it was a good strategy, but like for the most part, what I kept doing was whenever they were focusing on one person, I noticed that like each and every one of their boxes start focusing on my team members. So I would just sideline, so I would just move on to their side and hit them in the back.
Pretty good strategy.
And by that moment, it was like a bit too late for them because I would have already gotten the damage I needed for like these guys to secure it. Feel me?
Brilliant.
So
yeah,
I'm not saying that I carried my team, but you know, modesty is
modesty is key. Thank you very much,
yes.
Spotton, for that.
Now I will ascend.
You will ascend. Apparently. Oh dear.
I will see you mortals later.
Bagel, my boy, my guy, Bagel. This is one of this is quite I mean, you have been on European Ping before when you did fight nights. This probably wasn't too much of a surprise to you, but in terms of experience in the NHBL, you haven't got too much because you dropped out of the finals and you immediately won a tournament from here. Do you reckon this will give you a massive confidence boost going into Season 8? 2 yeses from me, dog. Alright, I think that'll be... Now, this is a question for the entirety of the American team altogether. It seems really weird how you guys dropped all 3 warm-up rounds and then won 0-4. What's going on there? I'm curious.
Magic.
Well, the way I...
Truer words were never spoken.
All right. If you could please do the ritual and bring me in, please.
Oh no, we have to bring him in. All right.
Is he talking from beyond the stars?
We have to bring in Spot. Oh, there's no bring. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
The ritual.
Yeah, so the ritual has been fulfilled. Hold on.
Oh no.
I have to adjust the material plane. So listen, what we basically did was we dropped all 3 of the practice rounds, not on purpose, of course, but we were trying to get used to the ping. And I believe that, like, despite the fact that we dropped all of them, we essentially just decided that we need to be a bit more upfront with the matches and stuff. So it was more or less like, yeah, it was just us adjusting to the ping difference. I was kind of fine with it, considering the fact that I have like 85 ping.
Yeah, where are you based even? Because 85 is pretty low for an American guy connected to Europe.
You see, this is why I'm ascended. That is the only reason I'm ascended.
For the match.
No other reason.
One more question before I hand it back to Fedora. Does the spinning help? Because I've been trying to get into boxing for a while. And,
does the spinning help? The magic power of plus right? It is actually a tradition to use plus right before every match. Because it will give you the luck of the elder, okay?
Yes, it's our aimbot.
Elders such as
Tyrone.
Are we clear? Brian had to get food. My man had to go and get food. Well, ladies.
God, no.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
Thank you for thank you for that awkward silence. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, while we wait for Bran Flakes to come back from getting food. Oh Lord! Listen, Bran, you've done a lot of great things for us. We appreciate you. This will be in the 50s at the end of the year as the funniest moment in the season.